Well, welcome everybody back to the channel. It's Halloween. We went through the entire month full of Halloween themed games and we've made it. We made it this far. Well, today, instead of doing something too obscure, I'm going to do something classic out of the NES library called Frankenstein, The Monster Returns. While I've heard of this one before, I've actually never played this one. I've only seen other channels do this, like AVGN. Well, let's just sit back, relax, and let's just get into this one and see how good or bad this one may be. Right away, it gives off that familiar side-scrolling gothic vibe. Instead of Dracula, your main villain is Frankenstein's monster. Yes, the monster. I know the scientist in the movies was named Frankenstein, but here they went with the name of the creature itself. For the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to call the monster Frankenstein. I know AVGN touched on this. I'll touch on this too. Anyways, the first part of this game, you're going through the village and you're just being attacked by random monsters. The people have no idea Frankenstein has returned and he's causing chaos all over. I have no idea what these enemies are. Instantly, I'm met with this music that's just so ear-piercing. It's so high-pitched and it feels like it's drilling right into my eardrum. You start again by fighting off these monsters in the village with your bare hands. Not long after, you're up against a strange mini-boss. Looks like a giant lizard, maybe? Then soon after, you find yourself going into the sewer. And that's a bad idea. You encounter this water dragon down there, and it's ridiculously tough, so I skipped it. But I want to talk about this for a second. So wait, this water dragon is living in this city's sewer? How did this get here? Do these people know this thing's been here this whole time? Does this thing feed off feces? Okay, I'm just looking into it a little bit too much. But still, it just begs the question though. Why is this here? Anyways, instead of fighting it, I went on to the first main boss instead, and it's the Grim Reaper. He's not bad, but immediately after, a yellow pterodactyl swoops in, grabs you, and dumps you back at the start of the stage. This happened to me twice. The trick is that once you defeat the Grim Reaper, you have to hit this pterodactyl right after. 2 hits and it's gone. But this thing was very annoying and you can't let this get to you. Anyways, well after that, it comes to this demon horse boss. Also not too bad and I love the design here. But it's surprising how fast the game throws multiple bosses at you in a row. Like I literally just got done fighting the Grim Reaper like a minute ago. After that, you get a sword and then you head into the woods. The woods are straightforward until you meet the man and woman of the woods. This fight is long. They've just got huge health bars that you really can't see. They're hard to hit. To even get a good shot, you have to have the sword upgrade and shoot them from a distance. That's the only way to do it. You take out the woman first, then deal with the man when he goes wild. It's actually not that hard once you know what you're doing. This part's pretty clever. If you fall down here, you have to fight this creature-looking thing, definitely inspired by a creature from the Black Lagoon. Again, with the sword upgrade, you can beat the monster here pretty easily. And then you get to Medusa. I have no idea why she's even in a Frankenstein game, but you know what? She's here. I find that the jump kick works best for her first phase. She hits really hard and she'll drain your health in an instant. 2 hits and you're basically dead. And when she's down, surprise, there's a second phase. This one's tougher, and you have to hit her mid-dive. It's a fight that demands patience for sure. And honestly, this is a part of the game where you can start feeling the difficulty curve. This one's starting to get really hard. It turns out Frankenstein's been mind-controlling all of these bosses. How so, you ask? I have no idea. The next stage is this graveyard stage, and nope, the game does not refill your health bar between levels. Inside the dungeon, you have to find keys to unlock doors and chests. At one point, I had no lives, no continues, and barely any health, so I used the password system to reset and refill everything. Cheating? Maybe. Smart? For sure. That's really the only way to beat this game, unless you're some Frankenstein expert. Anyways, the castle section is intense. There are statues here that are designed to kill you basically instantly. And this gatekeeper boss, just like a floating head, I don't understand. What gate is he keeping us from entering? It looks like we're on a rooftop. Anyways, from there the game gets really weird. Walls of flesh with distorted screaming faces. It's not scary, it's just kind of gross, and it doesn't really flow well with the game. This is the part where you encounter the Wolfman, or Man-Wolf as it's called here. Just crouch attack your way through and it works just fine. And then you fight the vampire, who can definitely tell this is supposed to be Dracula. I guess they just couldn't find the rights to the names. But anyways, the vampire, you can only hurt him when he's in the bat form. He sends an endless stream of bats at you, and the whole fight takes place in the same gross flesh wall arena. And that's probably one of my biggest bones to pick in this game, is that like the cool bosses that you love on Halloween take place inside this like fleshy, weird level. I just don't get it. It just doesn't work. It doesn't flow well. The beginning of the game starts off good. You know, it starts off creepy, but then it somehow goes into this direction and it just doesn't work. What were they thinking? Well, after you defeat Dracula, you get to the stage with all these vines. This right here might be the most frustrating part of the game. Sometimes you can grab onto them, and sometimes you can't. There's no consistency. I really don't understand how to make it work every time. So, I just cheated my way through, and you know what? I don't even care at this point. After the vines, you finally meet up with Frankenstein. Phase 1, he hops around like a giant frog and destroys your health bar. You just keep on hitting him. There's no way around it. In Phase 2, he turns into a huge hulking monster that fires projectiles way too fast to dodge. Phase 3, his head pops off and flies around attacking you. You know what? At this point, I just don't know what to do. I turn on invincibility just to see the ending because there's no way around this. And the ending is just like this. You defeat Frankenstein, and then you save Emily, your kidnapped love interest, and then you just walk into the sunset. This game would have been amazing if all they had to do was change the mechanics of the game to make it feel a little bit more snappier. I don't know what they were thinking with the different name changes for these monsters and fighting these things in the fleshy wall area. Like, you have these cool characters, even if they weren't the real characters or based off of the real characters in Wolfman or Man-Wolf or the vampire and Dracula. But the problem is that you fight them in a weird environment. Just put them in a cool, spooky scenery, and I think you have such a cool atmospheric game. Also, I know I already emphasized this, but they gotta change up the mechanics. Frankenstein is way too hard to defeat. You either have to make yourself buff somehow, or just debuff Frankenstein. Just nerf him a little bit, just to balance things out. But despite all that, there is some charm here. Well, that's it. Frankenstein on the NES. Man, was that a challenging one. And I don't know. Part of me hates it. Part of me likes it. It's weird. Like, I love it because it's that perfect Halloween aura that you're looking for on this day or this time of year. But I hate it because of how stupid and ridiculous some of the themes are. Like, why do you fight Dracula in the Man-Wolf in this grotesque fleshy area? That it doesn't make any sense. But you know what? It's okay. It's a good addition to the NES library. It has that charm to it. Yes, I'd boot this up from time to time every year, I guess. But it's just okay. I'll give this a 66% on my Sunny scale. It's spooky. It's challenging. It's that NES feel. And you know what? It's not too bad. But it's also not too great. I'm so torn about it. Well, that's it, everybody. This has been a great series. I've said this before, but there's been a lot of life things happening the last couple years, and I'm finally able to sit down and do some videos. But comment below what game you might want me to do, or suggestions, or even on this video, what did you not like? What did you like about the game? I'm very interested to know. Well, happy Halloween. This has been a great series. We'll see you next time on Sunnyside. Stay tuned because there's still a lot more to come. Take care.